let me all know if you can hear me, because I'm late to the show and yeah, I'm kind of rushing to get going at what. So I'm gonna start because reality is I want to get going. I want to get cracked on, and I want to hopefully get some footy on Leeds United v Chelsea. So I'm gonna watch that. But yeah, hello to anyone if you're watching right now. Good to see you. Good to hear from you. Feel what you're knocking on now. Nice one. I'm late because I've literally been Harper and Sarah since I got in, because I just wanted to spend some time with them. Because literally they've been away for one night. Really, they went to go see Sarah's mum and a great granny. As you can see, if you look at my stories, it was on there. Going to go see a great granny. One of them's not in the best of ways right now, so it's not yeah, it's pretty sad time for him. So I think it's good all of them were together. Sarah's with her mum, Harper's with Sarah, and Sarah's mum's with her mum. So, you know, it's a good thing, man. That's what it's about. So good to, if you can do it, be with your family and do it. You know what I mean? So that's literally what happened. So yes, Jason Carter, hope you're good. Yes, everybody else who's saying hello. I hope you're well. James Thomas, yes, brother, I hope you're good. And everybody else who's commented. I had Eco rend out with me yesterday. Who said that? I can't see because he doesn't show everyone's name up. Who's had Eco rend out with him? You see me now? Am I clear? Let me know. No signal now. I'm back on now. I'm back on now. You must be able to see me now. He's saying that it's clean and clear on mine now. Huh? No good? Any good? Let me know. That's better. Thank you. So I'm connected up now. I don't know what the hell's going on, mate. It's the internet thingy that I've got shit, but the Sparky that I want to get in to do it's been fucking about. So I'm trying to get my Sparky in to basically come in and stick the power on in here, and also get him to run an internet cable through from house. So I've got internet out here as well. That's what I'm looking to get. So right now this is running off 5G. I need to plug the phone in because you know what that'll do? It'll scram the battery rapid. So 1 minute. Oh, that's fucking pointless. You can come out. Oh. Right, okay. So What we saying then? What we saying then? What are we saying? What's the crack with who went to Eco Render? You had the pleasure of seeing Eco Render, something like that. What was that about? Who was that? Let me see the comment. Right, can see me now. All these comments don't ever come up until after the live, which is bad. What have you had them out for? And who is it? I don't even know who the fuck you are. Tell me who you are. Facebook user. You've had them out. What's the crack? Yes, John, hope you're good, bro. Oh, Jason. Go on then, Jason. So what? What do you mean you had them out? What happened, bro? What's been going on? Spill the beans, mate. Spill the beans. I've got some news anyway to share with you guys. We're going Westfield today, mate. We're going Westfield today. Yeah, man. I've got some shit that I'm gonna put out there today so we can get this sorted out. And yeah. So listen, anyone's got any things to tell me? What's the crack? I'm joining the gang. What does that mean? Means you got approved. You're an approved applicator or what? Good on you, mate. Anyway. He wanted a big green Welsh cuddle. Who did? Who the fuck wanted a big green Welsh cuddle? Wayne Cox, I've had the pleasure of scraping back VPI in the morning. The pleasure is all yours, my man. All yours. But anyway, let me tell you some shit, right? So check this. The truck of mine, the Ford Ranger, Ruby. Absolute nightmare, mate. Absolute nightmare. So, mechanics had it for 2 and a bit weeks, 2.5, maybe 3 weeks even, it might be. And get a call today. The man says, cylinder's not working. So I'm like, oh, fucking that don't mean no to me, mate. 4 cylinders not working, engine needs to come out. So I'm like, oh my God, this sounds expensive. Anyway, yeah, needs to come out. Talking about it. I'm like, right, okay, mate. But there's a queue. So if you wanted to rebuild my engine, it's going to be a queue and all that. And I'm like, oh my God. So what's the crack here? Anyway, engine swap basically is what's come out of this. We're going to get an engine swap. So he's looking for an engine. I've got a good lad who hooked me up with someone as well. So I've got options there, but it's going to cost me minimum $2,000. It's going to cost me minimum 2 bags. Which is not good. It's not good, mate. You know, this time of year, any time of year, it's never good, is it? Do you know what I mean? Spending that much on an engine on a truck, but it is what it is. I need the truck to work. I'm just realizing now how bad it is. If you've been watching my stories, right? I got on the bus, mate. I got on the bus. Now all my tackles on job, got machines on job. I got materials and all the jobs. Just had another job delivered, and I'm just like, oh my God, everything's just everywhere, and I've got no transport. I'm not taking my missus' car because at the end of the day, she needs it to be getting around to see, obviously her mum and that and her granny. And then obviously Harper, I want her to go do her stuff and that. So it's just been a little bit of a nightmare, mate. It's just been a little bit of a nightmare. Like, fucking just the money part of it is something that, you can get that sorted. Do you know what I mean? But it's just one of them where it's like, you know what? You got to look at the funny side of it. Like I say, lads are there saying James like the bus post make him laugh, and that's what it is. I see the funny stuff and everything, but it is getting to the point where I'm a bit like, for fuck's sake, like I'm sick of this. Like, do you know what I mean? But yeah, like I say, it's one of them things. Everyone's asked, Stuart's saying get an estate. Someone else is saying sell it, get a van. Finance lease, all of this stuff. It's no. I'm not. Listen, mate. I'm not getting an estate car. I'm not getting a finance or a lease. I'm not. I might get a van. But all the other shit, it's like, that ain't happening, mate, because in our game, everything gets wrecked eventually. I don't want any liabilities, mate. I know you can put it through your company and all that kind of jazz, but I'd rather not have a payment to make. I'd rather own everything that I've got, and that's where I am now. I've made all the mistakes in fucking past, man. You know what I mean? I'm not doing none of that shit again. It's literally, this is what it is. It's going to be my stuff, and that's it. That's my truck. That's my thingy. That's it, man. So yeah, you do have to put your hand out for the bus, Ben. You bell. Of course you do. And it's but I'll tell you something good that has changed about it is when you get on, you can pay with your phone and that. So you pay when you get on, and then when you get off, you tap it again, and it only charges you for how many stops you do. Sick. Could not believe it, mate. I was like, this is some cutting edge fucking technology here. I think everyone was looking at me like I were a dinosaur, like, yo, when I was like asking a guy, like, yo, how do I pay and that? He was like, oh, you just tap this and do that. And I said, yeah. And then when I get off, what do I do and that? Like, how does it work? How much does it cost? And the guy was basically telling me everything. Like, they had a little inspector on there and he was telling me everything about it as I was going through. I was like, yo, you know, mate, times have come on. He's like, why? Haven't you been on a bus before? I said, no, I've been on one before, but like 10 years ago. And like, you know what I mean? It is one of them things. Fuck you, John. Pardon my French, bus wanker and all that. I actually enjoyed it, mate. It had the USB port on it to charge my phone. It was sick. But listen, mate, I got Uber there at morning, and I get bus back on a night. Done it twice. But listen, do you know what? I'm gonna tell you now, yeah. I'm gonna tell you right now. That to me is a minor, mate. That to me is an absolute minor, mate. Like, I don't ever think I'm too good to be like, yo, I'm just gonna get a taxi then, you know what I mean? And I'm just gonna get I'll just go get a van and all. Mate, I don't mind me, mate. I'm like, as long as I'm getting there to my job and I'm cracking on, I can do what I can do. I'm good. I'm good. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, don't get me wrong, it's hard now. I've got to switch over to another job and that, yeah. That's hard. It's hard that I've got to switch over to another job because I need to move my tackle. But luckily enough for me, I've got a good customer there, you know, a good lad who I'd say is my pal now, and it's like he'll help me out get my machine over there to the next job and stuff. And then obviously Arfan's gonna jump on and help me do a top. So it's like, you know what I mean? We'll be all right. We'll get there all right, mate. And then I can get my truck can get done whenever I can get that into either of them. Get that done, and then I'll be on road again. And yeah, my wife just said she'd be fuming if you were on the bus next to her with your Predator machine. Yeah, listen, mate. Honestly, I don't know how guys get on with handboard and trowels. I don't have nothing with me. I just have a rucksack on, mate. That's got my it's got all my chargers in and that, and my hats and gloves and shit. You know, stuff that I need like day to day. Like I've got in there, got me yeah, I've got all sorts in there, mate. Work boots and all that jazz and. Yeah, an extra jacket in case it rains. I'm prepped, me, mate. I'm ready to go. Trust me, I'm locked. I'm ready to go, mate. So that's what I did. So yeah, that's it. And you know what? It has got me. It has got me like. I'm not really down about it, but I'm more like I'm just pissed, disappointed. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna let it knock me down, mate. I've had some good news on the other side of that. I've won decent amount of jobs, man. Like I priced up 4 jobs the other day and I've already won 2 of them. There's one more that I really want, and one of them I'm not really that too bothered about, to be fair, but one of them I do want as well. So if I can get 3 out of 4, I'll be happy with them. You know, I'll be happy with them jobs. 2 out of 4 is good anyway. Do you know what I mean? You know, I've seen a lot of people about where they've been saying they're struggling and stuff like that for graft, and it's gone a bit quiet and the phone stopped ringing and whatever and that, yeah. And I just think it's one of them, man. I've been all right, man. Do you know what I mean? I've been all right. I just think you need to fucking really think about this now. If you are quiet, yeah. Like I'm getting jobs from stuff that I've posted like months ago. It ain't just because I've been posting stuff now. It's from months ago. So I just think everyone, if you aren't doing your social media and you aren't doing your posts and you aren't, you know, keeping your Google up to date and you haven't got a website and you are, you know, showing people on your stories what you do and stuff like that, or on your personal page, you're not sharing stuff, you're not making yourself relevant. So obviously it's been forgot about because there is work out there. So yeah, I really want you to think about that. VD Plaster, cheers. From USA, Virginia. Yes, my brother, my American brother. Nice to see you. Thanks for jumping on, mate. Thanks for jumping on. That's nice, Virginia. But yeah, man, it's just one of them where I'm like, guys, get this stuff. And then if you've done everything, if you've exhausted every avenue and you're still quiet, then yeah, I get it, but a lot of the time, if I asked you, you wouldn't have done a lot of the stuff that I'm saying. You know, chased up your leads. Have you chased up jobs that you were, you know, you priced up before and you hadn't had a note from? I literally messaged a job, someone who inquired for me in January, and I must have missed it. But when I was going through my emails, I seen it. And I was like, shit. I thought, you know what? I'm going to pop on a nice email over, and I said, look, sorry, I missed this email. I was going through I was filing some stuff away, and I noticed that you were there. I was wondering if you'd had the pleasure of getting it booked in with anyone yet. If not, would it be something that you'd be interested in me having a look at for you? Because it is from the description, it's a job that I would like to do. It's in a nice area. It's a nice house, and it's something I'd like to do. By judging by all the demographics that I go for, it's in the right place. And they come back, nope, we haven't got it done. We haven't confirmed anything yet. We haven't really, got it, sussed out yet. We're still looking for a quote. So, if you want to get in touch and we'll have a look at it. So I said, yeah, no problem. Went back to them, boom. So I'm going to go look at that job. I'm just waiting to see when, they want me to go out. But that's just a follow-up. Yeah. So I don't like to go on too much about it because I feel like it's one of them. If you're already in a shit place and someone's telling you you've got some work, loads of work, it's not good, is it? But if I can help you out, go to Rendervate website, and if you sign up on my Rendervate Work With Us section on the rendervate.co.uk website, Work With Us. What it means, guys, is anything that I can't do or I can't get to, I pass on. And I mean, I get plastering jobs all the time, and it's not just Leeds, it's West Yorkshire. I get asked for jobs in Derby, I get asked for jobs in Manchester, I get asked to do jobs in York, all over the shop, you know what I mean? I get asked to do them all over, plastering and rendering. I will quite happily share your details with them for nothing. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I can't do the job, I give it on to the next person. I just say, look, this is a person who I know is on my group. Here you go. Do you know what I mean? Talk to him. And obviously, I'm kind of vouching for you as well, so don't mess it up or else we'll have a problem. But the reality is, I like to do that. And I give a guy last year a load of jobs. It must have been over 10 grand worth of jobs just in plastering. And I'll give other ones away as well. But yeah, Stu Roberts marketing should be part of your weekly graft. It should be, mate. It should be. You should set aside an hour to do it. At least an hour. Obviously, I've got it down where I do a lot of stuff off the whim. Me, say like if I'm doing a LinkedIn post, I'll probably write 2 or 3 at the time and schedule them. So I'll do that. But yeah, you should do it. You should definitely keep on top of it, mate, because even when you're stacked, man, you got to do it. You've got to do it. Wayne Cox, I've just won a good 170 meter squared HP 12 and TC 15 job. That is nice. Right, that sounds like a nice one. Whew. Big old job. Luckily enough, mate, if you've got the right guys with you, you'll get through that and earn some good coin, won't you, Wayne? You'll make some good money off of that, won't you? Yes, Carl. Hope you're good, mate. Jumped on. But yeah, listen, yeah, I want to. What else did I want to talk about? Because I don't really want to rabbit on too long tonight. I'll be honest with you, I'm buzzing. Right, this is totally off cuff because I'm just saying it's like a madman. It sounds like fucking has this guy got split personality or something. But no, what it is, yeah. I literally yesterday worked, got home, had some dinner by myself. No Harper, no Sarah. Got in bed. Now watched football, sorry. Then got in bed. And then went to sleep, woke up. And I thought, what did I do with my life before I had a baby, man? Before we had little Harper, do you know what I mean? What did I do? Like, what was it? Do you know what I mean? And it's like, I proper missed her, man. Proper missed her. They were looking on my phone. She's my screensaver and everything. I look, I'm like, oh my God, I proper missed her. And Sarah video calls me in the morning. She video called me yesterday. And obviously Harper's there with head right up to the camera like that. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, yeah, man. It's one of them, man. I don't know. I just kind of think, what was it like before her? Love that is real, mate. Like when I seen her today when I got home from graft, I was just like, get it here. It's like, just didn't want to let her go. So I'll just give her a bath. That's why I come on late. Went and give her a bath and that. And got her in bed. So yeah, that's it. I hope to earn some money. I'm going to get another lad in with another Optimix. When are you doing the job, Wayne? When are you doing it? But listen up, man. Oh, I've got a few concepts that I want to be doing for Rendervate Hub, like with the videos, the lives I'm doing. I want to make them better, more interesting. And yeah, you're going to be hearing over the next few days some stuff that I'm going to be doing. As far as off the cuff stuff, like to do with little videos that I'm going to be doing, like off the cuff, mate. I don't want to say. I'm just gonna show you one of them. But another thing that I do want to chat about right now is how to explain it, man. You see, I get when I'm gonna say something, right? I shouldn't even have to think about it really, but I still try not to ruffle feathers when I talk about stuff. But I am going to ruffle feathers. I know that, and it's kind of like in my head, I'm really thinking I don't really care. But then again, I'm thinking, maybe I could say it a good way though that won't make it like that. But yeah, maybe not. I don't know. I'm starting next couple of weeks. Deposit this week. Do use Optimix for these big thing coach jobs. I need to get used to it. Of course, I use it. You've seen me use the Optimix for all my big jobs, mate, all the time. It's not a problem. But while we're on the subject of Optimixes and machines, this is what I want to do. So listen, you know when I started Rendervate Hub, or even before Rendervate Hub, when I used to just share content, right? I used to share stuff on different rendering groups. I used to share like videos and advice and show jobs and stuff like that on other rendering groups, plastering groups. You know, I used to do the odd video on YouTube. I used to do little bits on Facebook and share it and all that kind of jazz. And on Instagram, I used to share a lot of stuff on there. Obviously, all that I changed a lot of it. And I used to get mocked. I used to get people saying, you don't know what he's on about. Fucking what's he sharing this shit for? One of them in particular sticks in my mind, like what someone did say to me, it really wound me up. Like, how do I get this 2 minutes of my life back? Or what a load of shite someone else was saying. And these were like all people who were renderers who were still in the game now doing it. Yeah, I just think to myself, like, imagine if I would have listened to them. Wow, imagine that. So here's where I am. I know everything that I say to do with this industry, whether it be about a material, a product, a machine, a system, a way to do something, the way I do something, in particular with materials, machines, and all that kind of shit. Yeah, I always get some sort of throwback. I've had people who own these companies and work for these companies inbox me, chucking their toys out of the pram, been ghosted. I've had people talk behind my back. I've had loads of things, mate, and I know about all of it. Well, not all of it, but most of it. I do. And at first, you might have noticed a few weeks ago, it was kind of winding me up because I'm the type of person, if I've got a problem or if I don't think something, I'll ask the question. I believe that's the way I feel better for it. Other people might not. But where I'm going at with this, guys, is this, yeah? We are in a niche industry. We're in a niche industry. It's rendering, yeah? Or plastering. It's niche. It hasn't got the best reputation. It hasn't got the best reputation. For so many reasons, we haven't got the best reputation. It's just what it is. Drunks, alcoholics, throwing shit up a wall, mud up a wall, slinging it on, rough. All this shit comes to my mind when I think about this industry, when I think about the trade of what people say and what people do. I think the information that's been available as far as, you know, how do I explain it? There's no regulations in our industry. Anyone can do it. Anyone can buy the products. Anyone can install it. Don't get me wrong. It's all different levels and different standards, right? But, yeah, it's like Wayne, what you're saying, mate. Like I say, people love to talk shit. Do your own thing. Fuck the negative people, those the idiots. Yes, you're right. 100% right. Where I'm going at with this is, right, all I've ever done is try to help people. Like, I don't share the stuff that I share. When I talk about certain machines that I've had in the past and products that I've used in the past, I'm talking from experience. When I'm talking about materials that I've used, I'm talking from my experience. So it's none of it's bullshit. It's my experience. It just doesn't fit other people's narrative, whether that be a manufacturer, whether that be a fucking merchant, whether that be a machine seller or whatever it is, whoever they are. It don't matter to me. You know what companies I'm on about. I'm on about all of them. So the reality is, it's like, where has all this been in this niche industry for the last? I've been in it for nearly 20 years, man. Coming up to, yeah. Where's it all been up until the last couple of years, 2 or 3 years? Where's all the demo days been? Where's all the the products days? Like what everyone seems to be doing now. Where's all the the people who are meant to be helping out the trade coming up? The older, the younger people coming up out of the trade. Where were they all? What's happened in the last few years? Everyone's had a kick up their ass because other people have been taking action, and that's what's happened. The big changes coming in this industry, and the reality is, when you actually talk about something, it's kind of like people think that fucking mafia or there's some sort of higher up level where everyone below should have shut up and put up and do what you fucking meant to do. And that's what it is. And that's what really boils my blood a bit, because I'm someone who tries to help people. And by me speaking facts, these people get upset, because the reality is no one else has said anything. But because I'm saying something, they're getting upset. They're getting pissed off. Joel don't have a clue. He's this, he's that. And that's what happens. So I'm not bothered about that. I can take any of that, me, because it don't matter to me, mate. It's water for ducks back. Don't matter. The reality is, it pisses me off, because I don't like liars. I don't like people who try to pull the wool over people's eyes and act like they're great and they're not really a certain type of way when they aren't. Do you know what I mean? They genuinely aren't that way. Do you know? They are bent, mate. Like, that's what it is. I'm going to say it like that. It sounds, how I talk, that's how it comes out. They're never, out of all the years of being in the game, all of a sudden it's come to light that they need to do stuff when they never did before. So for me, that's all I'm going to say on it. It's like, something's happened, something's changed, and everything gets knocked. And again, people be thinking now, I know what people are going through the Reds, talking out of turn. How can he say this? How can he say that? You've got to understand, no one's in charge of me. No one. No one's in charge of you. You can do what you want. Say what you want. It don't matter. If I felt like I was saying something wrong, I've got enough people, right, who know me on a level, who are in other things like Stuart, like, Mike Neeson. All these people who I respect and I talk to on a level, we're all doing the right thing for industry. All the guys who are loyal to watching the show every week. If you thought I was a gobshite and I was talking rubbish and I didn't have a clue, I'm sure they'd tell me and go, Joel, yeah, that were a bit bullshit what you said. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like we've got that relationship, where, we can talk like that to each other, and, if it ever did come up, they could say that. I've got friends who watch this who would say the same thing. Fuck me, my missus even watches it sometimes. Do you know what I mean? So she would say something. So I can't see why no one else thinks that, but the people who it might be affecting do think that I'm talking shite. Well, here's what it is. I'm gonna say this, right, and I mean it, hand on heart, because I've had messages. I've had messages of people before where they'll go back and forth with me, and it's just going round in circles. And at the end of the day, you get an headache out of it, and you're just bored. I don't want to talk to no one, mate. I don't want no one to message me. I don't want no one to message me and ask me a question to talk about something. I don't want that. What I want to do is this. Anyone from any manufacturer, any render machine company, any suppliers, anybody, if you're in the industry and you really want to help the industry and be part of it, come and chat to me and we can do it on a video live. That is the only way I can put it out there. We can do it on a video live, and that's to anybody. And I don't mean that in a dickhead way. I don't mean that in an aggressive way. I would not get you onto a live video and start grilling you and carrying on and arguing with me. I wouldn't. I would just ask you the stuff that I really want to know and stuff that people want to know as well in the industry. And you'll have an opportunity to explain, and then I can counter and ask you, because a lot of the stuff that people say their machines will do or their products will do, it won't. It has to be this certain way or that certain way, or not in this condition or in that condition. It's always something around it. Do you know what I mean? So the best way that I can offer you this, because instead of talking about me to other people or saying stuff like fucking, I don't know, mate, saying that I don't know what I'm on about, I don't know, you know, one of the comments I got on one of the messages was, don't talk about what you don't know. That's what someone said to me. Yeah, all right, cool. Educate me. Come and educate me. Educate everybody while we're at it. That's the thing. I'm an open book. I don't know everything. I'm not the best. I'm not the number one renderer in the world. I'm not the number one machine renderer in the world. I don't know how to fix machines. I don't know how to make render. I don't know what goes into it. I don't have a clue. I just know what I've asked questions and people give me the answers. That's what I know. So this is an opportunity. People, even when I've said stuff on before, people have screenshotted it or people have shared it to certain companies, and then they've come to me and messaged going, oh, I heard you said this, I heard you said that, or why'd you say this for, why'd you say that for? Mate, don't bother. If you want to, this is the one you can screenshot and send to them, and then they can come to me, email me on my info@rendervate.co.uk or rendervatehub.co.uk, whichever one you want. Email me and I'll book you in, and we can do a live video. We can do a live video and we can squash anything. We can talk about anything. That's what we can do. I can't make it any more easier than that for anybody out there. I can't make it any more easier. Mate, it's politics. Glenn, it is politics, mate. And that's what winds me up. There's so many stuff. I'm not really that type of guy, man. Like, I just think to myself, all I'm trying to do is help people. If I was saying stuff, right, that were a lie or I'd never been through it, then I'm talking shit, innit? Like, if I'm saying something, right, and I haven't been through it or I haven't done it, it's invalid to me. Like, it don't mean anything. It's like when someone tells me something and I haven't done it, I'm like, I can't really take that as gospel, mate, because you haven't even done it. Do you know what I mean? You haven't done half of that. So for me, if I've been through something and I say something, but then someone tells me I'm lying or I'm wrong, well, how? If I've been through it, explain to me, help me out. Do you know what I mean? Tell me what the crack is. That's it. So that's my offer to anybody. So that's you know, we've had some scandalous stuff happening in this industry, particularly with stuff that I'm involved with, as far as, you know, people I work with, and I really struggle to fathom how people do certain things and get away with it in a way, or act a certain way and get away with it. You know, like totally underhand stuff. Do you know what I mean? Total stuff that you just wouldn't do. You just wouldn't do. Like, it makes no sense. You wouldn't do it. Like, I don't get it. Like, I'll give you one example. To me, this is where I can't deal with it. I have to muster up all the stuff inside me to not go bent. Do you know what I mean? It's like, we did a demo day, and someone from a rival machine company to the one that I'm an ambassador for. So I'm ambassador for Predator. I do videos with them. I do training with them, and I'm sponsored by them to let me use machines and stuff like that. That's all my role is with them. I don't have nothing to do with the company. I don't have no shares or anything like that. I don't get paid off any machines. I don't get anything like that. I just literally, I'm an ambassador for the company. That's all it is. They pay to sponsor the page on Facebook. Every month they pay to the group enough money so that I can spend time on it and work, you know, behind it. And that's what it is. So they pay to sponsor that, and they sponsor my videos on YouTube and TikTok and all that. So that's what they do. That's what the sponsor is. I don't get any money for machines. So I've heard behind the thing that people say, oh, Joel just says Predator's good machines because he gets paid by it. No, I don't get paid to say machines are good. I don't. And I actually have criticised stuff in the past that's been changed on the machines that no one even knows of, like the Optimics, etc. So the reality is, that's a load of shite. Do you know what I mean? So when I want to talk about stuff, it's like they always go back to the fact of, yeah, but he's going to say that because he's got a preferential interest is the word. No, I don't. I literally, I'm talking to Ben from CES about getting a diesel machine because Predator don't have diesel machines. Do you know what I mean? Now, if I want allowed to do that, like, because that's what people seem to think, you know what I mean? I don't play for fucking Real Madrid and I've signed a rights that I can't do, mate. The reality is here, they're sponsoring what we do. You know what I mean? So I'm looking to get a diesel machine through Ben. That's what it is. Do you know what I mean? So it's mad, but I just feel like it's just one of them. It is politics. Everyone's haters and all this, and you know, we can say all these lines, but too many times people get away with it. They get away with saying this stuff and no whatever happens to it. So for me, I aren't trying to pin you up. I aren't trying to lynch you. I aren't trying to mock you. I aren't trying to peck your head and batter your head. I'm not. I'm just saying, if I'm doing something and you don't think it's right, come on my show and we can talk about it. Come on the live. Anybody, send you the link. Come on the live. We can chat. One thing that was underhand that happened to me that was one of the boiling points in my head. We did a demo day. And someone from a rival machine come to the day and he was totally underhand. I'm not even going to say the guy's name, but the reality is I was boiling at the end of the day after hearing about the stuff because I was trying to show people what the crack was. I don't really listen to stuff, but at the end of the day, he said some stuff and I heard him say it and I kind of went to 2 minutes to fucking get you sent off. You can't be like that. But he come and he was telling people at the day that our machines are this, our machines are that, you should try this, try that. Now, I don't know how people like to run their business, but I'm not being funny, right? That is so underhand, so unprofessional, so unprofessional. How could you do that? And how much front do you have on you? Do you know what I mean? We're in a professional environment. If you want in a professional environment there, you just snapped him in half. Do you know what I mean? So the reality is, you know, you're playing with people's businesses, you're playing with people's... John, tell me, is that out of order or what? We were hosting a demo day and a rival company, a guy who sells machines for that company, come to our day and started bad-mouthing our machines under his breath to everybody. That's what he was doing. How bent is that? Anybody who's watching now, tell me if that's straight. Would you want that associated with your business? If I was in business, right, and someone who worked for me said, I'll go badmouth them. It's like when people go for jobs now. If I've got a rival, right, who prices up rendering jobs to me, I don't go to customer. Yeah, mate, listen, shit that. You don't want to use that. You don't want to do this. Don't want to do that. I don't say to them, oh, you had in and they go, so go, all right, yeah, cool. Yeah, they're quite known around the area, them. Yeah, no problem. Well, listen, this is how my company works and this is how I'll do the quote for you. This is how my job is. This is what it is. Do you know what I mean? I don't start going, well, they what do this and that, you know, there's his shit and they're this and they're that. Do you know what I mean? I don't do that because it's underhand, mate. It's shit tactics. It's poor. And really, I'd just be embarrassed, mate. If someone did that, I'd be so embarrassed, mate. I'd just be like, I'd just kick you out. I won't even have you near me. I'd just be like, go away. You can't work with us. That's so insecure and so jealous. It's crazy. Go away. I'll just get rid of him. That's what happened on our day, and no one talked about that. No one talked about it. No one will say out about it because, you know, they let stuff go. My thing is this. I don't need to let no go. I'm Rendervate. I'm Rendervate Hub. That's what I am. There you go. Anybody that knows you, Joel, know you tell it like it is. If people get bent out of shape because Predator have a better training, a real good after-sales service, that's their problem. They took the game. Mark, 100%, mate. 100%. And that's it. The reality is as well, Mark, yeah, what you just said there, the stuff that Predator are doing now, they asked me, what does the industry need? That's what they said. Carl asked me, he said, Joel, what does the industry need? That's what he said. And I said, they have to train in shit. I said the training that comes with machines and the after sales help is shit. It's poor. And the first person I got my machine off, the first company I got my machine off, you all know who it was. I got fucking butchered by that person, mate, asking me loads of questions, telling me this, telling me that. I was like, mate, it was shit. How can you tell me anything else? I'm telling you what the problem is. And I'm the one who don't know what I'm on about. I'm telling you what the problem is. Fix it. Fix the problem. Don't tell me I'm chatting shit or I'm wrong. Fix the problem. And that's what Predator's done. They've got a person who's designated to doing just that job. No one else does. And they've been selling machines for 30 years. better have been selling machines for 2 or 3 years, and they've got someone out there who's actually dedicated to doing that job. So it's like, again, but I'll get people who are watching this will be like, oh yeah, Joel's just saying it because, again, preferential fucking interest and all that. He's got an interest in it. Nah, it's not. I'm talking facts. That's what happened. That's what it is. They've asked me a question. I've told them what it is, and I've done it. The fact is this as well. I said this years ago to another company who I used to bat for. And then all of a sudden, when I tried to do something else, oh, you're not off there, are you? You're not using that, are you? Oh, you're not going to go with PFT, are you? Because I was at a PFT demo day. I'm at a PFT demo day because I got invited there. Do you know what I mean? But, oh, you're not going to buy one of them, are you? Fucking buy what I want. It's not to do with you. But, that's the kind of messages I get. So when I'm saying I'm pissed off about it and I'm saying what I want and I'm giving you the opportunity, here it is. So you either put up or shut the fuck up. Simple as that. Either get involved, up your game, talk to me, or don't even talk to me, but do your thing anyway. But don't bother with what I'm saying. If I'm saying something or I'm doing something, it's because I'm saying the truth. And the only people who I'm interested in helping out is the industry and the guys who are in it. That's it. That's all I want to do. And then, if I can help, if I can use a product from a company and I can say, yeah, man, this product's good, I'll stand on that. That's what I'll do. I will never, ever come out and say this product's shit. I wouldn't say it. I just wouldn't get behind it. That's the difference. Whereas other people in these companies, and like I said, they will literally come to your demo day and slag a machine off and slag this off and slag that off and say shit to people that just was totally out of line. Professional environment, so we don't give slaps out. But the reality is, it's like, in what world would you think of doing that? Like I say to you, I'm just going to say to you, for me, as I look at a brand, or if I look at a company, right, I look at a business and you're judged by who represents you. If that was representing my company, I would not be happy. I would be like that. Are you out of your mind going there to do that? It just makes us look weak. It makes us look stupid. Do you know what I mean? It makes you look stupid. It's absolutely just bang out of order. Yeah, exactly. Stuart, he's representing his company, Joel, showing himself and the company up. People see through them tactics. Tactics as well. It's like, come on, man. That's a tactic. That's a tactic. You need to go get some coaching, mate. Honestly, you need to do something. Yeah, you and Simon on the phone to me on video calling me all day because of my blocked up pipes. Amazing customer service. I'm not even working in customer service. I just wanted you to do well, John. Do you know what I mean? I just wanted you to be right, mate. That's all I did it for. I don't get no for that. I want to help you. Do you know what I mean? That's why I'll do it. I'll video call you. Do you know what I mean? I asked you the next morning, you good, bro? Because I know it was burning your head out. That's because I care about that. Do you know what I mean? I want you to be sound, mate, and that goes for anyone else who's in there, anyone who's got my number or my WhatsApp thingy, and they'll message me and that. I try to talk to people as much as I can, but obviously understand I've got family now, and we do that. But when I'm at work, if I've got time, I'll do it. If I've got time, I'll stop what I'm doing. If I have spraying, I'll talk to you. Do you know what I mean? If I'm middle of doing something, I'm busy, I'll get back to you. That's just how I am. But this industry ain't had that for a long. It's never had it. But now all of a sudden, it's because things are changing. You'll notice that stuff started to change, and that's what I want to know. I want to know what's happening. I want to know what's happening. Do you know what I mean? Like, how come all of a sudden in the last few years, everything's changed? Everyone wants to do demos. People want to do training. People want to show you the products now. It's like everything's coming to the front again a bit more. Do you know what I mean? Like, everyone's opening up a bit more. It's one of them. It's in the dinosaur ages, mate. This industry has been in the dinosaur ages for a long time, where getting advice and getting help, no one ever wanted to help. Yeah. Jay, the reality is, Jay, you're right. Things evolve, but mate, I'm not a maverick. I'm not psychic. I'm not a maverick. But I was talking about doing machine videos, right, 4 or 5 years ago with another company, and yeah, Joel, we'll do it. All right, come on, are we going to do something? Yeah, Joel, we'll do it. All right. So as soon as they didn't want to do it, and as soon as someone else did want to do it, oh, how come you're doing that? Why are you doing that? Why don't we do it with us? Wait there. 4 years ago, I was telling you this. I've waited this long doing whatever I've been doing. Life catches up. Yeah, we all get busy. Stuff happens. I get that. But then as soon as someone else wants to do something, all of a sudden it's Joel, oh, this, Joel, that. Fuck, get a grip. Do you know what I mean? The only person who I need to really answer to in this game is my customers. That's it. They're the ones who pay for the jobs from me. They're the ones who, they're the ones who, they're the ones who pay for my service, who pay for my time. They're the ones who are the ones I need to answer to, mainly. Do you know what I mean? Anyone else in this game, like I say, I think the respect for, like, people go for older people. You should respect them. You know, respect this, respect that. The reality is, guys, yeah, I respect people how they respect me. I respect people how they respect other people. That's how it should be. That's how it is. You don't just respect someone for the sake of them being older than you, or being a veteran in the game, or they know this and they know that, and have been around machines forever, or they've been around rendering forever, plastering forever, so they automatically get that, that respect. Listen, you might know your stuff, but it doesn't do anything for me or anyone else, does it? It does stuff for you. So for me, I ain't got time for that. That's the difference. That's the difference. So I'm not really down with this shit, mate, where everyone, bums off like people who are like the god. It's like, to me, it's one of them, mate. I don't want no one to bum me off, mate. I'll help you. Don't matter to me. You don't need to do out for me. I'm sound. Do you know what I mean? But these other people, they like to keep this, they want to keep some sort of, hierarchy and keep everyone down here. Mate, it don't matter. No one's in charge. Like I say, if you're not lying in pocket, mate, you don't have nothing. Do you know what I mean? And even if they did, you couldn't pay me to lie. You couldn't pay me to lie. I just won't lie, because you got to understand, as soon as you get caught lying, you're done. You can't come back from that. No amount of money can come back from that. So don't lie. Tell the truth. And that's why I'm open to this. That's why I'm open to it, because I'm not going to lie. I'm sound. I've had my mistakes. People know that I had a company that went under. People know that I've had loads of guys work for me before, and a lot of them don't like me and don't talk to me. You know what I mean? Because of what happened with my company. There you go. But I also know I've got hundreds, mate, thousands of people who support me and support what I do, and they like watching my stuff because I say it how it is, and I'm real, mate. I'm a normal guy like everybody else, and that's the beauty of it. I feel like I've just got a lot of stuff off my chest that I really wanted to get off my chest there, and like I say, it's opened up, mate, to anybody who wants to come and talk to me on a respectful conversation about anything to do with this industry, anything. Because if anything that comes out of that, it's going to be positive. It's going to help people. Right. Carl, I've missed your comment. You wrote something long. I missed it. Where's it gone? It'll be on here. 1 second. Oh, where's all that gone? Oh, God, there it is. Think we ruffled a few feathers with the way everyone at Predator Machines has worked, and the truth is Joel took the Optimix and other machines to another level. Basically, that made him a target for the haters. Mate, it feels like that sometimes. Honestly, it doesn't bother me though, mate. Like I know I sound like the way I'm talking about it. What bothers me more, right, is the fact of I don't like all the stuff that goes on with it, me. Do you know what I mean? I talk to you, Carl. I talk to Sai. I talk to James Kitchen. I talk to everybody in the industry. I'm cool with people. But what gets me more than anything, right, is I don't do the little bitchy, nitty gritty, underhand, under table tactics. I don't like any of that kind of stuff. I don't like it because I feel like it's not real. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like the only people who suffer in all that type of stuff, right, is us. That's who suffers. It's me. It's the renderers. It's the plasterers. It's us, the consumers of these machines, of these products, of these materials. Do you know what I mean? It's us who suffer. That's what really why I'm so passionate about it, because it's us that suffer. So while people like even on my videos or other people's posts that are put on, right? So say someone comments, ask for some advice, right? The manufacturers, right? People who work there will not comment on a post unless it's about their product. But I get that because, listen, I understand it like this. It's not your product, so fuck it. Who cares? I get that. But if you could help someone, because you do know, why wouldn't you? All it's going to do is make you look in good sight anyway. So why wouldn't you help? You know, just because it ain't your actual gear, don't mean you can't help. Just because it ain't your actual machine, don't mean you can't help. Do you know what I mean? So if you can help somebody, lift somebody up, why would you not do that? Because it's not in your interest. And that's where a lot of people go wrong. And that's where a lot of stuff gets ruffled for me. And that's where I get pissed off. And that's where I think, you know what? Yeah, bent, mate. Don't really like that. It's one of them. There's a lot of information with the members that I've got on that group. And a lot of people don't help out. So, again, that's going to probably rumble feathers. Is what it is, mate. I'm not bothered. So, I'm going to say my truth. That's what it is. Joe, you're a big part of bringing this industry. You knew who else is doing what you are at the moment. Don't say anyone else. People who don't like it are just jealous. Mate, cheers for your comment. I totally, yeah. And that's the thing, yeah. This in me doing these lives and stuff like that is I want to show people that no matter what it is, you're not the only one. Do you know what I mean? You're not the only one. You're not the only one who struggles, mate. Who has wash-offs, who has bad days. You know, my van just fucking blew up, mate. I was getting bus home from Graft today. You know what I mean? If I wanted to act stush and be all thingy and that, I'd be getting an Uber, or I wouldn't even tell you that that's happened. Do you know what I mean? I'd go rent a van. Honestly, I'm just a normal guy like you. I just happen to not be shy and get on fucking live. You know what I mean? So that's it. I just wanted to make it easier for us, and I feel like if that means I'm going to be the one who's going to be shot at, happy days. Chill at me. But remember, none of you would line in my pocket, mate. I get paid for doing jobs. I'm still a renderer. I'm not a full-time YouTuber, influencer, or whatever you want to call it these days. I'm not full-time at that, and I never would be. My passion lies with actually putting stuff on wall. That's where it lies. My passion lies with machines. Like, I love the technology. You know, I can talk to a technical manufacturer who works at a rendering company for ages about products. I can love it. I listen to it all the time. Like, yeah, why does it do that then? And they'll tell me this, they'll tell me that. I love it. That's the kind of shit I'm a nerd about. That me, mate. Honestly, that's my missus. It does a reading. I'll come in and be like, oh, you'll never guess what thing he told me today about this and that. This machine or this product can do this and that. Mate, she's like, ah, what is wrong with this guy? Have a minute off. But that's just the way I am with anything. If I want to know something, I go find out. I just found that in this industry, it's so slow, it's so behind. And, you know, Jay said things evolve. Not at a quick enough pace for me that it could. That's what I'm going to say. Not at a quick enough pace that it could. That's it, Richard, right? Because you know what it is before that, Richard, yeah? When it comes to machines, no one tells you anything about them. They don't. I think my first machine was an M200, right? First machine I got. And like I say, Ryan's company did its job. They're there to sell machines. That's what they're there to do. I'm not just gonna bash Ryan. I know a lot of people don't get on with him and that. At one time, right? Me and him got on. Do you know what I mean? Really well. I'm not saying now that we don't, because I respect him as a businessman. I respect his business. P1's a sick company, mate. You know what I mean? Look at them. They're absolutely fucking. They're mega. Do you know what I mean? They're smashing it. So all that's off to him. Like I say, I get on with, you know, his dad. When I've been there, I've had nothing but a laugh with him, and you know, he's a really nice guy. So I don't want to disrespect him like a lot of people will do and saying stuff like that. But he has got that part about him what people don't. But the reality is, I think his company did the right job. They sold me a machine. But the reality is, in hindsight, was that the right machine for me? I don't think it was. No, it wasn't at the time. With the type of jobs I was doing, the projects I was getting into, the amount of guys I had, it was not the right machine. And I'm not going to say, you know, go down the things of missold and all that shit. I'm not going to say that. I'm saying they did the job. They did the job, what they were meant to do. But there's other stuff out there that no one ever, you know, it wasn't available to me to know. That were the only people I knew. They're ahead of the game, mate. P1 are ahead of the game, mate. They're ahead of all the other machines out there as far as businesses goes. You know that? You know what I mean? They smashed it. You know, they're ahead of all of them. You can say other machines are better, but it doesn't matter. As a company and as a brand, they're doing really good, man, and it's good to see. Do you know what I mean? And I don't, like I say, I don't want to fucking butcher no one, mate, but I just feel like as a first machine, and this is something that I make quite clear to people, the M200 isn't a good machine for the first machine user. I don't think it is, because I feel like it's harder to use. I think for me at the time, it definitely wasn't the right one, because I ended up having to buy a generator anyway. The backup and support I got for it wasn't that good. At the time, obviously Dave were working there, and he would have come to support me. Obviously now we know what's happened with Dave. He's gone back to P1 and you know, some weird shit's happened there with Predator again, which I don't stand. I never had a problem with Dave. I've never had a problem with him ever. You know, I've always got on with him. I like him and that. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Some along the lines has got twisted and it's rubbed me up the wrong way a bit as well. Like some of the stuff like that's happened. It's just weird shit. Do you know what I mean? I don't get it. Like this you know, the saying stuff and that. Like it's just so unprofessional again. It's like I expect you to be better than this, man. Do you know what I mean? Saying stuff, it's crazy. Then I've got people giving me shit and that, and I'm like thinking, oh, is this guy that know who you are, man? Get out of here. You know, giving me shit and that and messages and stuff like, what? Fuck off. So it's like, it's weird, mate. I just don't get it. A lot of stuff, it hasn't really gone right well. And talking to a guy I know who's in this industry and is big in this industry, he said it's ruffled you, hasn't it? And I said, yeah, it has. It has ruffled me. Because it's everything that I don't stand for. I don't believe in being a bitch. I don't believe in, you know, underhand business. I don't believe in doing stuff on purpose to hinder people. I don't believe in lying. I don't believe in all that kind of stuff. So for me, it's really been difficult in that sense. Do you know what I mean? I don't get it. It really ruffles me. I just don't get it. But that's what I've come up against. So yeah, like I say, my advice with the machines that I'm doing is from my own experiences, guys. Do you know? Yeah. Yeah, it's my own experiences and where you're at. And that, you know, a lot of people have asked me about machines. Lots of people have asked me. And they've come to me and they've gone, I want them Optimixes, me. I want them Optimixes. And I'm like, okay, cool. So what's your current thing? Yeah, I'm just going to go for a quick scenario because I don't want to be on too much longer. I feel like I've got everything I wanted off my chest, but I'm just going to tell you how it goes. Come to me, messaging me, inboxing me, boom, boom. I've got all the inboxes, everything like that. Yeah, the machine Joel, want them Optimixes that you'll use. I'm like, all right, yes, sound. So what's crack then? Like, what do you? I ask them, what is it? What do you do? Tell me what you do. Oh well, just render houses. We've been underplaying. There's 4 of us. I said, all right, 4 of you. Yeah, that's good. So what kind of jobs are you doing? Say an house a month and an extension, a bit of plastering. I said, are you really doing an house a month though? You know what I mean? It's one of them. Yes, Richard. Cheers, mate. Yeah, I am. I got to say, guys like that to me, like, oh, yeah, so I'm doing like an house, a semi or something a month, but we're doing it by hand. We're doing this. So listen, what kind of system are you doing? Doing monocouche, really. Monocouche, still the odd fin coat, but mainly monocouche. But I've seen you using the Optimix Joel doing your fin coat jobs and this. Yeah, but listen, mate, this is where it comes in. This is where it comes in. This is where I come in and I tell you the truth. Mate, there's 3 or 4 of you, yeah? You want to probably, you know, they're on salary or whatever. What we want to do with you is this. You want to get more output without having to grow your team, without having to, you know, do any drastic changes. We just want to add something in that's going to let you up your output. That's what we want to do. So the Optimix isn't really going to do that because you're going to be, you know, I know you're going to have one guy mixing all the time anyway, but then sometimes there might be breaks in between and, you know, it's not really going to speed you up. And, you know, if you really want to get through jobs and, you know, a 4-man team could probably outdo a machine. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. Unless you're going for something that's going to bash it on. And that's where I say, listen, you want to look at a Sprinter or you want to look at a Predator Lite. They're the machines you want to go with. You want a mixing machine. Now, the reason why I say a Predator Lite or a Sprinter is because obviously I'm sponsored by them. I'm not going to go and promote a Ritmo, am I? I'm not going to go and promote a Mix Pro 28, am I? I'm not going to do that because I'm an ambassador for these guys. Obviously, anyone who comes to me, I'm going to put you that way because I'm an ambassador. Do you know what I mean? But I would never tell you that Ritmo shit. I would never tell you that it's no good. That I never would say that the Mix Pro 28 is no good. I never would. Never would. So that's the way it is with me. Literally, you guys are doing this. The one man who you've got on that machine, yeah, mixing up whatever like that for you all the time, or the 2 of them who were mixing up for you, because that's what I think they did have. Mate, you've got another man on wall. So that means instead of putting on 1 gear blend in a day, you're putting on gear blend and back in there. Lovely. Next day, you're putting on front, finishing off, cleaning up, pulling your tapes off, and you'll be done. You know what I mean? So with that size team, you could start booking in 2 of them a month. So you're paying the same wages, but you're doing 2 jobs. So you're doubling your money, you're making more profit. You can even be generous to lads and give them an extra tenner a day or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Make everyone happy, because that's what it's about. Making your team happy, making sure that you're happy, make sure everyone's getting on and you're working in harmony. That's what it is. So I help people systemize what they want to do. I don't just tell you, oh yeah, go buy that machine. Because the easy thing for me to say then would be this, wouldn't it? Oh, you want an Optimix? Yeah, just go get an Optimix then. I use it. Yeah, it's good. But I haven't helped you one bit, because I've told you to get a machine that's not going to be quick enough for you. It's not going to be efficient for you. You might as well get a mixing machine. And that's the difference, man. That's the difference. That's the whole point of having someone like me working with Predator in that role, because they're gonna get someone who does the job day in, day out. And I'll tell you the truth. Do you know what I mean? If people come in saying that the Optimix is shit, the Optimix don't do that, the Optimix ain't made for this job, ain't made for that. From who? From who? Like, if I'm working by myself, look at the jobs I've done. So what you want about? You're saying it's no good, it's not this, it's not that. What you want about? I've just done it. See, there's no evidence behind it. There's no proof to it. It's just their opinion. And their opinion a lot of the time is favoritism as well. I put a post on about being tribalism. Tribalism. People are loyal to things and they don't even know why. They don't even know why. You don't even know why. If I asked you why, when you see people put this comment on going, well, it's not orange, is it? You know, shit like that. It'd be better if it were orange. It'd be better if it were blue. Or it's blue, it's shit. Or, you know, this is the kind of thing that people say. What are you on about? Honestly, you're so loyal and so tribal to something that you don't even know. If you think about it, for years, it hasn't even done anything for you. But you still have that loyalty. You still have that tribalism without trying anything else. It's crazy. It's the same as the materials out there, mate, when people always say that K-Ren's shit. And it's like, they'll say, oh, K-Ren's still shit, K-Ren's shit. When was the last time you used it? Do you know? When was the last time you used it? It's changed. It's changed, mate. Easy, Adam, mate. I'm glad you got some good help and advice on that, mate, with a hopper gun and compressor. That was the first setup that I got for spraying thin coat. Good one, mate. Make sure you subscribed as well, Adam. Cheers, mate. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's one of them where, yeah, it's not. A lot of people are loyal to stuff that really don't really serve you, and you are, and it's crazy. I find it mental if you really think about it properly. Like, to try and bash something else on behalf of someone else who doesn't even care about you or has never helped you, or they might have done a little help, I don't know, but the reality is they've done for Carl for you. To me, it's craziness. I don't understand it, where it comes from. But it's human nature. They want to be part of something, but you're not really part of something. You're just helping something. It's weird. But if you think about it and look into it properly and really think about it, really, why did I do that? Why would I say that? Because notes really been good for me, like, out of it. It's crazy. Yeah. Be testing mine out for the first time this weekend. Wish me luck. From Somerset. Subscribed. Yes, Adam. Top geezer, mate. Thanks a lot, brother. Thanks a lot. And listen, if you get stuck, mate, just drop me an email or something. But I'm sure you'll be fine. You'll be flying. Yep. Yep, you're right. Jay Crawford. There's no bad products. There's no bad product out there. They all work, but the applicator might have to adjust their working method slightly. Yes. And that's the thing. So let me say this, right? On the back of what Jay's comment is, yeah? Give me an M200 now, I can use it. No problem. It won't be my choice of machine to get. But if that were the case, I can use it. Do you know what I mean? I can use it. I'll give the machine kudos before, and I'll do it again. That machine has sprayed 40 meters vertical for me. No. I had 40 meters of pipe on it, but it was going vertical in the end. I don't think the height would have been 40 meters, but the pipe had 40 meters of pipe on. So the reality is it was pumping that far from an M200. So kudos for that. Kudos for that. Again, other machines can't do that. They'll struggle. So it did do it. And she was rattling, mate. Don't get me wrong, but she boxed it off and I was buzzing with her. But again, I learned the hard way, the long way. I should have been able to hit the ground straight away and make money with that machine, and I didn't. You know what I mean? I didn't. And that's why I'm a bit begrudged by it. and other people are too, because they've been sold something that they believe was going to get them going straight away, and they can't work it because it's an hard machine. The window of getting it correct and wrong is so small. The window for correction to get it right is so small, and for failure is so big. So that's what it is. But all the machines have this. All the machines have this. They all have this. But so there you go. But it can do the job. I could use one tomorrow if you sent me one. I could use it, but I won't want to. I won't want to buy it. I won't want to use it. It's just one of them things. But if it were there and I had to, I would. The travel thing is true. Sometimes you don't know you're doing it. Yeah, we don't have a clue. We all want to. We all want to. We all want to have a little. We all want to feel like a bit of belonging in it. It's natural human instinct. It's a natural human instinct. Sometimes though, you can be too long for your own good. It don't make sense. Do you know what I mean? Like when you actually weigh it up properly and think, hold on a minute, this don't add up. This, why am I even bothered about this, or why am I even saying this or doing that? It don't add up, mate. So I'm one of them guys, though. Me, like if I'm with you, I'm with you. Do you know what I mean? I understand it. I'm a heart on the sleeve type of guy. Yeah, I don't really like to go into too many battles with people. I'm not really like that, but that's where my extreme comes in. It's like I'm either in or I'm not. Do you know what I mean? So if I do go in, I'm in. Do you know what I mean? And that's where it's weird. It's weird for me, but yeah. Yes, give your boys a bit extra poppy if the graph keep them happy, Joel. Mate, 100%. If you're getting through more work and your team are doing better, give them a couple of quid more, or give them a day off paid. You know what I mean? These are the type of things that are going to get you further in life with a happy team and a happy, as long as people aren't taking piss, mate, you can. It's always nice to give a little bit to someone in it and let them, show them that you appreciate what they're doing, and they'll always come back if they're right people. They'll always come back and work harder for you. So that's the thing. That's why I'm saying it to you. It's psychological stuff. If you give someone an extra tenner a day, mate, but you're making an extra grand a month, you know what I mean? What you do that, wouldn't you? Do you know what I mean? So that's where I look at it, man. That's where I look at it. And I think I'm saying this because it's mistakes I didn't do. I had guys when I had my company, right? And this is it. I talk about this shit to people all the time. And they ask me, I had a core group of lads who worked with me, right? Who really, if I would have got rid of all the shit on the sides and all the people who weren't really my people, if I'd have got rid of all of them, yeah, and kept the core, I'd still have the company now. Would be flying. I'd be wedged probably. I'd probably be wedged. I would, but I did something that goes against what I want to do, and the reality is, I took my eye off the ball. I put my mind somewhere that ain't me. I'm always going to be working in my business, right? Because for me, that works. That works. Like I enjoy seeing customers. I enjoy doing the job. I enjoy getting my hands dirty. I enjoy thinking when you get to a point of thinking that it's better if I don't touch the gear and I can dress a bit different and I can talk to these people and I can do shit, mate. It's if you're that type of person, mate, you're an entrepreneur. You can do anything you want. You could have a business if you're good at delegation, right, and you're good at managing multiple hats and all this kind of stuff, right, then you could do that in any business. You know what I mean? So the reality is that's a trade that I don't have. I don't have it. I'm shit with money. I'm shit with organising. I'm rubbish with all this kind of stuff, mate. Insurances would bounce, mate. If my last did do all this stuff, nothing could get done. So she takes over and does that for me. But where I am good at is I can market. I can sell. You know what I mean? I can negotiate. I can work with people for a period of time, depending on what the crack is with them. So that's where my strengths are. But all the other shit I'm not good at. So you need to give that to someone else. Luckily enough, I've got a partner who's really good at that. And I've got an accountant now who's really good at that. So you got to bear in mind these are the things, man, where, again, it's not talked about. People just go, I want to get bigger and I want to get off at tools and I want to do this. Why? Will it make you happy? Do you really want to sit in your house and do nothing? Do you really just want to get emails through and win jobs and talk to QSs all day? Believe me, QSs are the most boring people in the world, mate. They talk about pounds and pennies on the meter squared. Like, what? I'm there telling you this house is going to look beautiful, and you're telling me, yeah, but can we do it for 50p less a meter? What? Fuck off, mate. Do you know what I mean? It's like, that's the kind of conversations you get into, and that's what I'm trying to say. I hated it. I talked to a fella today. mate, your house is going to look mint when I'm finished with this. It's going to look mint. Like, I'm going to do this, going to do that, going to do this, going to do that, boom, boom, boom. You know, we don't need to really discuss much more than that. Do you want it or not? Yeah. Cool. We'll get it booked in. That's how it goes, mate. That's my thing. That's what I do. That's what I do. I grow my brand. I market my brand. I market myself. And I don't want to get to, I know people, you know, I've done coaching with Craig Wilkinson, who's probably the best business coach about. Do you know what I mean? Hat off to my man. He's probably the best business coach about, mate. I'd recommend him to people. But the reality is, yeah, it's a vehicle, your business, right? But you can make it in something that you want to get off, or you can either make it a vehicle that I enjoy to ride. And for me, I don't want to pass my business down to my missus, my daughter Harper. I don't want her to be in the industry. I don't want her to do any of that. I don't want to sell it to somebody. I don't want to sell it. Look, if I can leave, when I get out of business, if I can leave like something that's good for the young people coming up, so if I can get my Rendervate hub training and stuff like that to a point where there is people working in that business that are helping younger people or even mature people from different communities and all that get into the trade and train them properly and do that. If I can leave that to someone and not make a bean off it, I'll be happy. You know what I mean? I'm not thinking, right, let me build it up and sell it for 10 million quid. I don't think like that. I just want to help as many people as I can get into what I do and do it to the level that I do. I don't care about the money from that. I make my money, like I say to you, putting it on wall. That's where I make my money. I enjoy that. So that's what I'm trying to say when your business is a vehicle a lot of the time. You want to make it into an asset that you can sell, systemize it to sell. I get that. I understand I could do that with a rendering company or a plastering company, get to the point of sellability and do that. But I know that it won't just be me; it'll be other people in it, and I don't really want to spend my time with that. It takes a lot of time away from your family. I know we talk about coaching to, so you don't take time away from your family, but the reality is it's a lot of commitment, mate. And right now, even in future, I'm not bothered about it. I want to see Harper grow. I want to spend time with missus. I want to do the jobs that I enjoy. And I want to train a few people along the way. So that's where I am. And that's what this is. That's all it is. So got a lot off there. Anyone who's watched this and you're thinking, yes, Joel, give us a thumbs up. Give us a thumbs up. Let me know that I'm not actually nuts. But I market my brand, but lads forget to work under my name if they fuck up, I fuck up. Yeah, they do. They do. But it's on to you, Wayne, to make sure that they don't. That's the thing, you know. And that's a big hat to wear as well when you're managing other people, mate. It's a big hat to wear. I do believe in giving systems out to people and helping them work stuff out and helping them, giving them a guide. You know, I believe in all that jazz. I do. But like I say, for me, mate, I'm getting everything together so that I can. My whole ethos is this: I want to go in and wipe jobs out with you. That's what I want to do. So when it comes to all the prep work, beading, all that type of stuff, I'll do all of that, mate. I'll do all taping up. I don't mind. I'll even do strip that in myself. But when it comes to spraying on fronts of houses, side of houses, and all that kind of stuff, I want to be able to share the wealth. That means I'll pay people to come work with me and share the knowledge as well. So I'm paying you to share stuff with you. So that's the beauty of the Rendervate pool, the Rendervate pool. You know what I mean? Of renderers and plasterers. It's not just for me. Do you know what I mean? So I'll pay. I'm paying good money. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm not. That to me is a it's a non-negotiable kind of thing for you. I believe that you should get your worth. You should get what you want out of it. If it don't work in my budget, it don't work in my budget. But if it does, happy days. Fill your boots. It doesn't affect anything else. It's all good. And I want to go in and I want to blitz jobs. That's how it goes. I know. I want to rock up to the job with a truck when engine's done. Oh, God. When engine's done. With my truck. And I need a bigger machine. So I want to get a diesel machine. I'm not going to buy a brand new one. I can't afford a brand new one. I'm going to get a second-hand one, old one, and I'm going to work my way up. But I want to pull that up So we've got all the machine there. It's ready to rock and roll. If I want to use thin coat, I've got my Optimix it back at truck, no problem for top coating. Or my Pro Spray, whichever one I want to use, I've got there. And that's the beauty of how I want to systemize my business. I don't want after people to rely on me. You know, the only way people can get something from me is I'll give you a job, mate, that I don't want to do. Do you know what I mean? Or you can jump on a job with me. But there's no bars to it, mate. You know what I mean? There's no expectation from me or you. It's just a simple fact of like, I'll work with you, mate, and that's what it is. But I understand, for me, I want to earn money so that I can get more time for my family. That's what it is. I just want to spend time with Harper, mate. If I could spend time with her all the time, I would. And that's what my aim is, to do that. Raise her, get a nicer house for us, and make sure that she's can get a good education, make sure Sarah's living comfortable and nice. That's all I care about outside of doing what I do. Got to enjoy what I do. That's it. So you're definitely mad, mate. We all are. Them that's looking after the trade, the customers mental, especially when making or after all perfect possessed, I would say. Yeah, we are. To do this job, you are. But that's it, man. We've got to show like the industry that we're serious, mate. We're good at what we do, and that's what it is. I feel for a long time it's weirdly being kept like foot on our head so we don't come above the water. You know, just let us breathe, but just keep it there. It's not about that, mate. I'll help anybody. If I can help you, I'll help you. Yes. Whoever's just put that comment there about the rain. Huh? Mate. It's killed me. Yeah, the rain's killed me this year, mate. And the frost. Mental. Took your primer off. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you because I'm sure you're laughing. At least it wasn't the top coat. Oh, mate. Honestly, I've had plenty of that happen to me, bro. Don't even let that get to you. But yeah, good chat. And just remember, anyone who's watching, whether you work for a manufacturer, a machine company, tool company, whatever it is, I've got a few people who I already talked to, who I'm going to invite on because I think they'll be really good. A couple of guys from K-End were really, really into it. A couple of guys from, like, you know, they do mixers and stuff like that, collar mix and stuff like that. There's a few people like that who I want to get on. A couple of guys from the machine side in France and stuff like that, who in Italy and stuff like that, who I really want to talk to, who I've been talking to on social media myself. I'd like to get them on. They're the people who I'm interested in. I want to know more about them and more about the companies and educate us. But like I say, there's people who are in our industry over here right now who I wouldn't approach. Do you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, if the offer's there for you, I'm putting my hand out for you. If you want to come on and ask me to chat about, you know, whatever you've got, and if I'm saying something wrong that you don't think's right about whatever it is I've said, opportunity is there. Hold my hand open to you to have a nice chat, a respectful chat, and educate everyone else. That's it. But yeah, I've been rubbed up recently the wrong way. But just remember, they ain't paying you, they ain't living with you. Don't fucking matter. Wayne Cox, you can come on whenever you want, mate. I asked you actually, and you're putting that. I asked you, and what did you say? You doing your hair, and then I seen you without an hat on, and I'm like, eh. Yeah, you remember. Go through your messages. I asked you to come on. You went, I can't do this week. I might be able to do. I'll let you know, Joel. That's what your words were. And I ain't got to watch on, but I'm still waiting for you to let me know. But I know we're not all perfect, mate. I'm one of the least perfect people in the world. I said yes on TikTok. I can't be confusing me with all that. But yeah, I'm the least perfect. I've made my fair share of mistakes. I've had a lot of things. I've done a lot of mistakes. done a lot of bad decisions in my life. I've had a lot of stuff happen that weren't my fault. Lots of stuff happen that were my fault. But it's all about just going again, innit? Moving forward, going again, going again, going again. Sometimes you don't feel like it, but we go again. But yeah. Yeah, Carl, I've been talking to Jason. I'm going to get him on. And he's the type of person that would help us so much. Martin, he said, to see people helping others is brilliant. Far too long it's been a load of bitching. If the trade's going to tempt young people in, it needs to change. You're a big part of that, Joel. How many of us come home from grafting and watch plastering live streams and videos? Exactly. I don't know. I was watching Eric yesterday. You know, and that's what it is. I really want to get I feel like the next wave of people coming through, it just didn't really there. It just didn't there. And I really think it's because they don't know about it. Or people don't even know about it. So if I can get some young'uns in to learn about this industry, I'm all for it. And that's part of what Rendervate Hub is. That's what it's going to be. You know, I'm going to hopefully get into some schools and that. And, you know, because let's be fair, I think the world's getting better now, as in everyone's starting to understand that people learn different ways and communicate differently. And, you know, life's a lot different, man. Like, as in, when I was at school, it was like, if I were talking to my man today on job about it, like, I am big diagnosed with ADHD, but I'm ADHD, mate. Like, everything you think ADHD, I've got. Like, that's me. I'm the type of person, yeah, my missus does it. And I only just realised recently that was one of my traits. I always take my socks off and rub my feet together at home without even knowing I've done it. And she'll be like, are you just going to leave your socks there? And I'll be like, I didn't even know I took them off, love. You know what I mean? And then when we're in bed, I'll be rubbing my feet together. When we're in sitting at a table somewhere in a restaurant, I rub my feet together, or I'm tapping. I've even done it on one of these lives before where I'm talking to you, but I'm actually tapping. And people have gone, what the fuck's that noise, Joel? And I'm like, oh shit, I don't realise I'm doing it. It's because I've always got something going on, thinking. So yeah. I feel like kids and that growing up, they're not really given they are more now, but I think when I was growing up, there wasn't really an option there for me to. I think I could have been diagnosed with something a lot earlier and pointed in the right direction a lot earlier than I was. Do you know what I mean? As far as it might not have been plastering, it might have been something else, bricklaying or whatever. But the reality is there was something else that I could have done. Do you know what I mean? That would have. I can't sit down. I won't put in daft. I won't put in middle set, right, because I was daft. I'd get put to the top set, but then everyone in the top sets quiet and working, and I'm like, and then I go back down to get kicked out of there because I was too abruptive and all that. I get down there, and then they'd be like, "What are you doing back here? This is too easy. Go back up there." And I go back up there again, and I'd be like, "Teacher's like, why are you here?" And I'd be like, "Mate, it's obvious. I'm not stupid. I'm not thick. I just can't concentrate on this shit, man. I can't sit down at this desk, right, and like work it out how you want me to work it out. Like I can't do that. Like it doesn't go in. It don't go in. I can't get it out." I talk about this to you guys all the time when I say to you, I hope I'm explaining stuff right, because the way my mind is, I find it difficult to really explain sometimes some of the stuff I say, or I might say it a bit wrong or a bit different. You know what I mean? It maybe not wrong, but you know, a little bit. It might come out a bit different. You know what I mean? And I think that's another thing that bothers me a little bit. I think sometimes people get wrong and they stick with me because the way I might come out with stuff. But again, it's like I'm not saying that how I know how to, and how I feel like that's what it is. But I've got better at it anyway. I've got better at it. It's something I've worked on. I've worked on it. I listen to audiobooks to tell me how to speak and what to look out for in people. So I'm talking to someone, I can figure out, like, you know, how they are body language wise, etc., to how I should probably be. So I do believe in learning and educating yourself to get better at doing that kind of stuff. Yeah. But yeah, it's it's mad. What's this? Matt Neeson. Apart from Colby, I personally don't know too many plasters below 35. Yeah, I know, mate. It's I don't really know anyone below 35 anymore. I don't. And that's not a good thing. Like, we should have 21-year-olds, 22-year-olds who are just, you know, getting into it and enjoying it. I don't know any, man. Everyone's older out there. It's crazy. Oh, man. Archery is too hard for a new generation. They want to be YouTubers. Yeah, Wayne, you're right. You're right, but I still think, right, there's a little window of people who are... cheers, Ben, mate. Thanks for that. I think there is a little window of people who, like, there's a couple of kids, right, that I've seen, right, like on the job I'm on now. There's a couple of kids who I've seen who have got good characteristics as a kid. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've just seen them. I watch people anyway. I don't watch kids. That sounds fucking weird, doesn't it? Not in that way at all. What am I even on about? But you know when you see someone or you see a younger person and you think, that reminds me of me, that. Or I see a group of kids or whatever, and that reminds me of me and my mates. And I think, you know what? I hope they're aware that there's stuff they can do. Do you know what I mean? There's more to, like, especially when I'm talking about people who are from areas like me as well. I think to myself, like, I hope they know that the world's a big place and that they can do pretty much anything they want. No one's in charge. Well, your mum and dad are for now, but the reality is when you get older, if you want to do something, you can go do it. There's a way to do it. And I feel like that's what I want to tell people who are younger in that type of, you know, even not maybe that young, maybe in 20s as well. It's like, look, man, there's more ways around this. There's more ways to skin this cat, man. Like, you know, we don't want to be skinning no cats, but cats are like, oh. But you know what I'm saying? There's so many ways, like my man said there. People want to just be YouTubers because they think it's easy. And they think it's, look at me, I've got 150 videos out, mate. Do you know what I mean? I've only got just under 5,000 subscribers. It's not easy. Do you know what I mean? It's a hard thing to do. It's a hard job to do, to keep up to TikToks and that, you know, editing them all the time. You know, it's a hard gig. You know, you can do it. I think anyone can do it, but I just feel like you've got to understand it's a proper commitment, man. Like, nothing's easy. You know what I mean? Nothing's easy. But with these are the tools we need. This is what I like. I'm hands on, 100%. That's what I am. I have to work with my hands. Simple as that. I have to use my head. I have to problem solve. I have to work with my hands. I have to work a bit hard. I need to know that I've done a good day's work. That's the only way my mind can rest. You know what I mean? That's why when I used to go to the gym, I haven't been to the gym for time, but it's good for me. When I used to play football, it's good for me. I used to look forward to that, mate. Like it was church, man. Like the priest does. Buzzing. Yeah, VD, man. Always with the hands. Got to be. Yeah. I think it's to do with the schools. Kids get sold on uni or higher education. I trade like I was looking down upon someone I respect like years ago. Yes, I know. I think that as well, because when I was at school, it wasn't really talked about. Do you know what I mean? We didn't really talk about it. And I think it's so important. Like, there's so many people out there who earn so much more money than people who are academics who've gone to university and they've left university with 130 grand worth of debt. Do you know what I mean? You've got people out there who are just literally laying bricks every day, mate, earning coin. You've got people who are running wires, earning coin. Painters, earning coin. You know, we should be educating people how to run little businesses, and, you know, the country's built on these people as well, you know. They don't tell you that. These are type of things we don't know, you know. So I feel like it's one of them, man. I think we should educate the youth on, you know, about being self-employed, about, you know, tax systems, and God, there's so many things we can learn. So many things we can learn. It's absolutely mental. The amount of audio books, I sent a few through to Raymond the other day, and it's like, yeah, the audio books, just listen to them, the podcasts I listen to, the information people are giving out. It's unbelievable, mate. If it's all out there for you, it's all out there for you. You just need to find it. That's all it is. Find it, listen to it, and listen to it again. That's the best thing I could say. But yeah, we are scary. What's this here? Let me see your comment here, bro. Richard. Hey, what happened there? Ooh. We are scary to younger, trying to get that passion over to the new generation. My daughter has worked with me, bloody great, but she's scared of the responsibility of working on customers' homes. Definitely showing the kids it's okay, just best practices, it will be fine. Yeah, too right. But again, it's a fear, innit? It is a fear, mate. It's the unknown as well. Do you know what I mean? And you do right. I believe there's nothing wrong with fear as well, to a degree. I feel like the more worried you are, not as in like terrified, but I mean the more conscious you are, let's just say, not the scared, let's say conscious. The more conscious you are that you could damage a carpet or you could mess up a wall, you could do that. It's, as long as it doesn't overwhelm you, you can come through that and it'll make you better. So there you go. 1 second. What's this? I know, you're right. What's this computer doing here? So, is Joel up? You well, bro? Yeah, what you're saying, I learned this, which makes sense. Reason boys struggle in school is because to put a boy at a desk is like a prison to a child, and that's why boys struggle. Also at school because he struggles at school because he's not in his primitive environment yet. So naturally rebel. We were a hunter-gatherer beings. A boy needs to be out in nature, learning about life, himself, and the world. And obviously, you can't do it in your teens, but the sponge period of 1 to 5 years is detrimental. Yeah, big time. The college age speak to me, to be honest. I told them straight, I'm paying the wages. Yes, I'm told. Nah, you're right. I agree with what you're saying, mate. I think it's one of them where I knew that were going to be you, Jace. You know what, Jace? I knew that were going to be you with that comment, mate. I knew it were going to be you, mate. I knew it. I can't, on the software that I use, it don't bring up the names, so I have to go on Facebook to see who it was. And I knew that were going to come up, Jace. I knew that were you. I knew it were you. I could tell by the way you wrote it and what you were saying. Because I like the stuff you post as well, because you're about that, mate. I know what you're into. I get you. I get a good feeling from you, because I just know good person. And you offered to help me the other day as well, which was a really... that was it just affirmed what I knew anyway. Do you know what I mean? I just knew that's what kind of guy you are. You think like that. And it's you're right. It's right. It is all down to a lot of it is down to instinct, in it. It's instinct, like, yeah. I think some people are academic and they are, straight and narrow. But a lot of kids aren't, especially if they got parents as well who aren't. Do you know what I mean? So my mum wasn't really bit wild. Do you know what I mean? Brother, bit wild. So for me, it's kind of like then asking me to be a certain way when all I've seen is this. And the environment I'm in, growing up in, all I've seen is this. But then all of a sudden you're telling me I need to do this and that. Yo, man, I'm like, what? This is nuts. But people I'm around most of my life ain't doing that. So it's crazy. I don't get it. And that can also lead to bad things, which we don't talk about, but you can. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just going on with it because I got big plans for that part of the business, and I want to help a lot of people. I want, there's mad stuff with that business that I want to do. Whereas obviously I want to train people and we charge for training and stuff like that. But then it's not just a case of let's just make loads of money off people. Like I want to be able in a position where I can say, right, every month I can do a class for free. Do you know what I mean? Or every course to one adult. Do you know what I mean? I can say, right, you can come in on, there's a space going for a course and it's free for someone. Do you know what I mean? Like, because it's not always just about maximizing money all the time. Do you know what I mean? And making money off stuff. It's got to make sense for it to stay alive. It's got to be able to fund itself. Do you know what I mean? But the reality is, if you can also help and give something back, that's what I want to do. So if I get to the point where Rendervate Hub's earning enough money where we've got everything covered, everything sorted, and I can say, right, listen, I've got a free day, a free course coming up, 5 places. You can put your name down on this, do everything, you can come to it. Do you know what I mean? I'd love to be able to do that, and you can all come down to a course, and I'll train you all day, the same as I train everyone else for no. You know what I mean? So that's where I look at stuff. I've got a lot of this stuff down in the business plan and everything like that I'm doing for it. But that's my logic. I don't just want to clean up and make dough for everyone and just be like, yeah, cheers, mate. It's not that, man. VD Plaster, Same in the US, as far as the young generation taking up the trade time, a second generation plasterer, of my son will take up 5-year-olds. It still has a bit, yeah, he's still got a bit of time to go, but that's the thing, man. And you know what? If your kid wants to do that as a job, right, as a trade, as a career, and you show him all the pitfalls and you show him the right way to go about stuff, guide him, mentor him, he could become mega wealthy doing it. And that's the thing what people don't get. Once you figure it out, why, you can make money from this, man. Like, you can make money from everything if you do it the right way. Or if you do it a certain way, there's more than one way to do it, but there's numerous ways that you can become wealthy. You don't have to just always be scraping around, you know? Yeah, college. Yeah, I know what you mean, Jay. What's this? Manipri's going through the same thing. Just got focused at school. He's very hands-on. Play football at a high level. He's 11. Brought him with me, and he's brilliant when it comes to the hands-on bits. Ben. Yeah, Ben. That's what yeah, you're right, mate. You're right. A lot of kids, man, they struggle with it. Talking to a fella today, and he told me that, you know, at school to give him a swivel chair, because if he's in school and he's on a normal chair, he'll be like that. He always has to move because that's just how he is. So to give him a swivel chair, oiled up or whatever, so he doesn't squeak, and that's enough for him to stay occupied. That's enough for him to be present. He needs something. Same with tapping, same with foot, same with rubbing at feet that I do. I always have to do something like that because it helps me focus a little bit more. But then when I'm in school and I'm doing it, teachers are telling me off. Stop doing that. Get out of the classroom. You stop tapping it. Stop tapping your pencil. Stop kicking your feet. Stop rubbing your legs. It's like, you know, do you know what it is? Telling me off and I don't even know I'm doing it. It's like, what? But when I was younger, this wasn't really known. Now I'm glad that they're noticing it in kids. I said that to my mate today. I said, so happy that they're noticing that, because when I was younger, you get in trouble, mate, and getting kicked out, and all it does is batter your head because you're thinking, I haven't done all, you know what I mean? But you're disrupting the class, banging your pencils. I've told you to stop that 10 times. But it's like, yo, I didn't even know I was doing it. Like, you don't even know you're like that. Like, literally, I could sit and do this, yeah, and just chill like that. And my missus will hit me on arm, and I'll be like, what are you doing? She'll be like, you stop tapping. I'm like, didn't even know what tapping. Literally, that's what happens. But it's just the way your mind works, man. It's the way your mind works. Yeah. But yeah, like you say, mate, Jace, it's right, mate. Well, you made it good. If you made it up, you made it good. But listen, I've been on for time. Longer than I wanted to be on. But I feel like I got a lot off my chest. I feel like I talked real good. And I think I've got it out there where enough people will know. I'm here. I'm open. Let's go. But I'm off to go watch Leeds United game. I missed a lot of it talking on here. So I am going to make tracks. I'm going to go inside and I want to get in bed with them as well. I want to get in bed with fam. Spend some time with them. So, but yeah, back at it tomorrow, guys. Thank you, everybody who come on and commented and showed love and respect. Love and respect to you. Remember, shit might be going a bit against you, but there's always another day. You can always put one foot in front of the other. As long as you're not on your back, you can get... Well, no, what is it? As long as you're not dead, you can get up. That sounds a bit fucking sadistic, doesn't it? But you know what I'm saying. But listen, Leeds scum, Man United. How can you even say that when you're in Sheffield as well? That's mad. Oh, mate. I love it, mate. There's always a Man U fans cracking it on into, mate. You're absolutely hilarious, man. Man U. Wow. War of the Roses, mate. War of the Roses. Battle of the Roses. But right, yeah. Mark, thank you, man, for coming on. Thank you for coming on, mate. Good crack. Jace, good crack, mate. I love it. I love it. On another day, I'll tell you some stuff, because I listened to a podcast with Peter Schmeichel today, and he can't see you winning a title anytime soon, and that's from the what? Who said up the up the Toffees? I'm off me. You lot are buzzing because you just got 4 points back. Right, guys, I'm going to love you. I'm going to leave you. I'm off to go watch second half of this. Enough respect. I'll catch you on the next one, yeah? Peace and love.